Okay, good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, listeners. Good morning, Lagos. It's a beautiful Monday. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. Welcome to Over to Radio. Welcome to Over to Radio. Today is Women's Word and Over to Radio. And as always, I'm your host, Ibukun or Shodipe. And we are doing something little different today. We love hearing from you, our listeners out there, our amazing listeners. We love hearing from you. We saw everything, your comments, your share, your likes. We appreciate everything. And today, one of your comments on on our TikTok page, really caught my attention, really grabbed my attention. Here is what she said, and that is what we'll be discussing today. To the answer one of our TikTok listeners said on TikTok, how can mothers balance working life and still be a good role model at home? How can mothers balance working life and still be a good role model at home? Because it's not easy. That was the comment that one of the listeners on TikTok said. So today we'll be unpacking everything, or we'll give answers to that question. So to all other listeners that are just tuning to this program, after listening to this program, go back to our various social media and on TikTok, Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. On TikTok, we have Over to News, Facebook Over to News, X Over to News NG, TikTok Over to News TV, YouTube Over to Radio. If you want to listen to us, you can listen to us, but probably you will not be unable to join this program. You can go back to listen to us on those various social media and go and comment. If you have questions to ask, you want us to discuss right here, you can go back there, drop your comments. Definitely we're going to discuss on it, like and share. So today we'll be discussing on the question she said earlier, the comments on the TikTok page. How can mothers balance working life and still be a good role model at home? Because it's not easy. So today we are dedicating the segment to our question. We'll be exploring how women, especially mothers, can navigate the demands of work while still setting a strong example for their children. We know, yes, it's a challenge so many women face out there, and it is important to talk about it today openly. So the first segment we'll start with is understanding the challenge. How can we understand the challenge? Let's start by acknowledging the reality. Being a working mother is a tough thing. Being a working mother is a tough work. You juggling deadlines and work, house chores, school runs, and your own personal time. It can feel like there is never enough of you to go around. The first step is understanding that perfection is not required. Children don't need a perfect mom. They need a present and an engaged mom. They don't need a perfect. You don't have to be a perfect mother before you can balance things up. They need an engaged mother. Even small intentional moments of your connection can leave a lasting impression with them. So I want, if you are the one that dropped this comment, I want you to still tune to this program because this is your program. I'm answering this question now. If you are the mother that you can balance work with home together, I want you to listen to this program. How can you do that? You have to balance things up. Yes, you can balance it up. How can you do it? You can do it like this. Yes, this is your children. Yes, this is your children. Okay, I go to work. I'm a career woman. I go to work every morning. How can I manage to be with my have time for my children and still go back to work and do this kind of things? Yes, probably during weekends we see some mothers that concentrate to have time for their children. You can just say, okay, I want to have breakfast before going to work with my children. It is a connection. It is you are giving bounds between you and your children. You are making this connection between you and your children. The second one, let's really make it a practical tips. Here are some strategies mother can adopt. The first one is set a clear boundaries. Create a schedule that clearly separates works from family time. When you are with your children, try to be fully present. When you are with your children, yes, you know, yes, I'm with my children. You are you go to work from Monday to Friday. You know, every weekend you're always at home. During that weekend, just make sure that yes, this weekend, stay with your children, have time for them, ask them what they did during the week, their assignments, what have they been doing. Have connection with them, talk to them, have conversation with them, talk to them, because they are your children. That is the time you have to spend with them, because you know during the week you go to work, and you know weekends are always a family day. You need to be together with your family, so those times you can call your children around, have a nice time with them. If it is okay, this weekend I want to take my children out for shopping, I want to have talk with them, or you want to play games with your children, connect to your children. You can balance things up with that. You know, yes, during the week you wait to work, and during weekend you have time for your children. Try to be fully present, not checking emails or work. You know, yes, during weekends I want to sing with my children. Cancel anything like emails, cancel anything that is contained about work, cancel it off. Even short focus moments of attention can make a huge difference. If it is just little time you used to have time, attention to show to children, they value it so much. And don't forget that what children see is what they put to heart. They easily things they see attract them than what we tell them to do. What they see, they put it to action than what they ask them to do. And the second one is model good habits. Children learn by watching, like what I said earlier. What they see, the parents, when they see what you are doing, that is what they do. Show them how to manage responsibilities, deal with stress, and stay organized. You know, yes, you have 3 kids at home, you go to work. You can call the elder wants, okay, come here today from Monday to Friday. This is how you would do your things. When you come back from school, go and shower, prepare. I've prepared meal for your children, for your younger ones. Serve them, wash their uniform, clean the house, engage them in some responsibilities that they need, the house chores of the house. Engage them in doing those things, because those kind of things will reduce stress from you when you get back from work. It will reduce stress from you. Model good habits. When you train your children to know the responsibilities, it will reduce stress from you. That way they are not just learning from words, they are learning from your action. What you do, what you say. If your children, okay, you have 3 kids, the fourth kids go and do this, second kid go and do this, the third one, okay baby, pack those things that you put on the floor. You are engaging them to do 1 or 2. It will reduce stress from you. And the third one is delegate and share responsibilities. Don't try to do it alone, like I said it earlier. Whether it is sharing chores with a partner, getting help from family, or involving older kids in tasks, teamwork at home is the key. You cannot do it alone if you know you want to balance work and home together. If you want your partners, okay, let's assume you don't have kids. You want to balance the house chores and your career together. You can bring in your partner to this segment. You can bring in your partner. You tell your partner, how can we balance these things together? How can we balance it together? Okay, your partner would. That is when, you know, I used to make mention of things. Courtship is very important. Before you get married, you have a better understanding of what you want to do during marriage. Okay, your partner would know that, okay, by this time I know my wife is busy. Okay, probably you've done the necessary things, the food, everything is in the freezer, is in freezer. Then you know, okay, when he's back, he's going to do this. Then when your husband is back, he knows this is what I want to assist my wife with. This is what I want to assist my wife with. And you can also help by bringing families. That is probably your nephew, your cousin. You can actually bring them around when you know you want to balance work and family together. They can help with things that you know you can do alone. They can help with that. Then the next one is self-care is not selfishness. Remember, a burnt out mother cannot be a role model. A burnt out mother cannot be a role model. Make time for your own mental, physical health. Make time for your own mental, physical, and emotional well being. Even a few minutes, sorry for that. Even a few minutes a day of quiet reflection and exercise can recharge your energy. If you know, yes, okay, because you can say you want to be stressing yourself. You can say you want to be stressing yourself all the time. You always have issues. Your mental health is not balanced, your physical health is not balanced, your emotional health is not balanced. You go to work all the time, you're stressed. You come back home to do the house chores and everything, you'll be stressed. Definitely you'll be stressed. So sometimes you need a self-care. You need to take yourself as your first priority first. And the fifth one is communicate openly. Talk to your children about your work. Let them know why you do what you do, and show them that working and caring for family are not mutually exclusive. Transparency builds understanding and respect. As a mother, you ought to build this communication. You have to build this communication with your kids, because yes, your kids are your family, your partner, they are your family. You have to open up to them. This is the reason why I am bringing this person to the home to assist us. This is the reason why I am breaking down these things, because I want things to be easy on me too. But there are some kids that have a better understanding when their parents talks to them. You see, when you talk to your kid that, okay, this is why I am giving this order, this is why I am taking this decision, they will have a better understanding that, okay, my mom didn't just change suddenly, my mom didn't just take decisions suddenly. Okay, and I want us to remember that perfection isn't the goal. Presence, love, and intentionality are real. It's okay to have tough days at work. What matter is showing resilience, responsibilities, and care. That is the important one. Showing responsibilities, important, are very very clear. So now, our listeners out there, I will need us to go on a short musical break. Because this program is for you, it's for me. I want you to stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Beautiful listeners, you're welcome back to this program. This is Women's World at Overdue Radio, and don't forget, I'm still your host, Ibukun Oshodipe. For those that are just joining us, don't forget to follow us on our various social media handle: Instagram, Overtunes; Facebook at Overtunes; X, it's Overtunes; TikTok, Overtunes TV; YouTube at Overdue Radio. Okay, let's continue our discussion balancing work and motherhood together. And here's some real life stories from mother who are doing successful. Okay, I have a little story to tell about. I have a neighbor that is close to my place at Lagos. She has a family, she has the same issue, like balancing career and family together. What she does is she tells the elder one of her kids, the elder one, she tells them, she asks what they call roster. Yes, she asks roster. She will do roster for the week. Okay, she asked the kids. She will tell the first one, when you wake up in the morning, you wake up by 5 o'clock. When she wakes up in the morning, she wakes all of them up. Tell them to go and bathe, prepare their dishes, eat with them, have a nice time before going to work with them, have a beautiful nice time with them. Then when they go to work, the kids goes to school. She has agenda. She has given them the calendar of it. Okay, when you go back from school, you assist your younger ones with their assignments. When you assist them with their assignments, wash their dishes and clean up their dress for tomorrow. So when she comes back from work, she feels that, okay, the kids has done the necessity, they've done the necessary things. That has removed a lot of burden from her, a lot of stress from her. So she coming back, her kids might have slept. She knows the time that she sees her kids, it's in the morning before going to work and during weekends. And I think that's a great example for someone that drops that comment. If you know you want to balance work and your work and family together, create time for your family, create time for your work. Yes, during weekends, during the week, you work at You work during the week from Monday to Friday, and every week probably you come at night. You go to work very early in the morning. If you know you can see your kid during the morning, know that okay, this is the weekend. Let me create time for my kids, because your kids are your priority, your family are your priority. That's why your work too is also your priority. So you have to balance the two together. Okay, let's give a call-in segment. This is the time I want our listeners to call in into our program. I want you to call in. If you want to call in, you can call in on 08169502740. If you want to call in again, you can call in on 07087 233-165. Don't forget, we are still on Women's World on Hovet Radio, and I'm still your host, Ibukun Oshodikwe. This is a question now to our listeners, because I want to listen from our listeners. I want to hear from you how do you balance work and family life together? And the second one is, what is the one challenge you are facing as a working mother? Can you share one tip that helps you be a better role model for your kids? And the fourth one, and the last one, is, do you involve your children in your work or household chores? How does it help? Do you involve your children in your work or household chores? How does it help? The last one is, how do you balance work and family life together? Let's give our listeners a short minute time to call in. Let's give them a little time to call in. So now go on a short musical break because of our listeners, because we want them to call in to engage more about this. You may have the same issue running in your family. You might be affected with the same issue. You want to talk about it. You can call in and discuss. Let's discuss about it. Let's engage about it. That is why this program is for you. That is why Women's World is always for you to engage about it. So now, don't go anywhere. Stay there. If you know it's your friend that is going through that kind of the kind of comments I said earlier as a topic, you can call in your friends to tune into this program and listen. So it don't go anywhere. I am expecting your call. You can call in now. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, we got a call. We got a call from. Hello. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Please, who have we until this? This is Overt Radio. Where are you calling from?
Hi, good morning. My name is Dami. I'm calling from Surulere.
Okay, you're welcome to Overt Radio. You're welcome to
First time caller, by the way.
Oh, that's a great one. That is a great one. Okay, thanks for calling in, Damilola. Thanks for calling in.
Okay, thank you very much. I was listening since, but in my opinion,
okay,
my class is a single man, but of course, I think from those around me, their experience, what I can say to that is, for a woman trying to balance work, career, and family,
okay,
I think the best way to go about it is by creating systems. So the timetable one is a good thing, but I think that getting systems and getting help is something that should be much more embraced, because the work can be overwhelming. If you're a career woman and you have all your work cut out, you can create systems. Maybe if you're not too open with the idea of paid help, even though you can even consider paid help actually.
Okay.
You can get good people. So far you pay at least market value for people who have good moral values and your children can be safe with.
Okay.
That is number one.
Okay.
If not, you can try family members, but of course something you have to discuss with your partner.
But are your children?
And know the extent.
Yeah.
After you decide the extent of what the terms and conditions is, are they going to be living? Are they going to be maybe going and coming? Or is it maybe a younger sibling who is older that can maybe, or extended family who you at least you trust to some extent?
Okay.
Then while you do that, you still check in with your children to be sure that they are also okay.
Okay.
So with those are the practical ways. Then of course, when you get the time, trying to have a personal relationship with them, and it's not just based on providing and then you're not their friend.
Okay, that's a beautiful one from you, Mr. Damilola. I'm so glad you could call in and give your own opinion about it. That's a really great one from you. Thank you so much. And this is your first call, your first caller to Overt Radio. Thank you so much. And thanks for listening to us for a long time. Thank you so much. And don't forget to follow us on our various social media handle Instagram at Overt News, Facebook at Overt News, X at Overt News NG, TikTok Overt News TV, and YouTube Overt Radio. Thank you for your time, Mr. Damilola.
Sure, I will. Happy
Okay, that is it. That is a great one from Mr. Damlala. That is a great one from Mr. Damlala. Again, his own opinion. That is one of our first time caller. So we want other people. If you are there, you can still call in. You can still call in. Then, if you were able to listen to this program, I want you to go to our various social media handle: Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube. I want you to go there. Go and drop your comments. Go there and drop your comments, like and share. So to give a quick round up for this program, let me give a quick recap for those that are just joining this program. That we were still we're talking about a comment that one of our listeners dropped on TikTok. So we said about the present matters more than the perfection. That parents, your present matter more than the perfection. You must set boundaries, help create meaningful family time, and children learn by watching. Children learn by watching you, so parents should know what they do to children. This is what I want my children to do, because children watch by what they see. Model the behavior you want them to adopt. Delegation and self-care are essential for a long-term balance, open communication, understanding, and respect. And I want our listeners to remember that motherhood is a journey. Yes, it's a journey. Celebrate the wins, learn from the challenges, and don't be too hard on yourself, because we parents go through mental health and emotional stress. That is it. So you don't have to be hard on yourself too much. Oh, that is all we can give to you today. Our listeners, have a beautiful nice time. Till next week. Take care.